Nominations are being accepted through April 8th for the first ever Eugene and Marilyn Glick Indiana Authors Award. The announcement of the award's establishment came at the Indiana State House Rotunda on February 26th.
From start to finish, the Indiana Authors Award will invite participation from people around the state, beginning with the nomination process starting today. Any published writer who was born in Indiana or has lived in Indiana for at least 5 years is eligible for the nomination. A 7-member statewide panel will select winners in 3 categories from the pool of nominated authors. The 3 categories are National Author, $10,000 prize, a writer with Indiana ties but whose work is known and read throughout the country. National authors will be evaluated on their entire body of work. Second, Regional Author, $7,500 prize, a writer who is well known and respected throughout the state of Indiana. Regional authors will also be evaluated on their entire body of work. And finally, the Emerging Author, $5,000 prize, a writer with only 1 published book. Emerging authors will be evaluated on their single published work. Nomination forms are now available through April the 8th at www.indianaauthorsawards.org. Complete information and guidelines are included on the nomination forms. Again, none of this would be possible without the generosity and civic philanthropy of Eugene and Marilyn Glick.
We're pleased to award this grant to the Library Foundation to launch and support this annual award. The Indiana Authors Award fits our vision for the state of Indiana, a vision we all share, to make Indiana a truly wonderful place to live. So let the nomination process begin.
The award will provide a special benefit for Indiana public libraries.
Now, as state librarian, I'm also very pleased to announce that in addition to the cash prizes to the winning authors, each author's Indiana hometown public library will receive a grant of $2,500. These grants will help public libraries promote reading and education in the communities they serve. When you're considering nominating authors for this prestigious award, think about who might one day be as popular and as respected as Kurt Vonnegut, Gene Stratton Porter, or even James Whitcomb Riley. I ask you, the citizens of Indiana, to help decide. Indiana has a very rich heritage of authors. Please nominate your choice online at indianaauthorsawards.org as soon as possible. There are only a few weeks.
And as Senator Merritt said earlier on before the program started, it's partnerships that separates Indiana from the other states. We do it well. We probably do it better than anyone else. So let's make sure this partnership works. Let's make sure this is a success. And there are many recipients over the years to receive this award. Finally, one note. It was mentioned, Roberta talked about, that each library, hometown library, would receive a grant of $2,500. Think of it this way as you leave. After 10 years, there will be 30 libraries in the state of Indiana that will have received a grant, and in many of those cases, it will probably be the largest grant that they've ever received to do something wonderful for not only their library, but for their community.
Everybody should be able to write and write well, and also everybody should read. Giving incentives to suggest, urge, encourage kids and young adults and adults to put something on paper and get published is just it's a terrific thing.
What I love about this, I love any time that we innovate nationally, and I understand that there's nothing like this in any other state in the country, and so that makes it even more special. But to honor writers, I mean, I've had a couple of good friends who have published books, and that is an unbelievably challenging process. So people who do that, stick with it, the discipline, the talent that's needed to do that, we ought to be honoring the best of Indiana, and we're very excited at the Central Indiana Community Foundation to be a small part of this.
Our foundation loves to support organizations that enrich the quality of life in Central Indiana, and we could think of no better program than a partnership with the Library Foundation Danny's comment about how the award to local libraries will be the largest award many of those libraries have received is really a wonderful thing, and for us to be able to participate in that and to really spread a love for reading and writing throughout the state of Indiana is something we're thrilled to be a part of.
Nomination forms, along with eligibility guidelines, can be accessed through the Indianapolis-Marion County Public Library Foundation at www.indianaauthorsawards.org.
You're seeing it on the national news that what's happening, people are flocking to the libraries. It's a great way to go. When the economy goes south, library usage goes up. So these smaller communities that are really on limited resources, as all libraries anymore seem to be, they really need some funding. So can you imagine that library down in southern Indiana or up in the northeast corner of Indiana that gets this $2,500 grant to do something with their library system that reaches out and touches people in the community? What an exciting day that will be.